been a very long time.
We had a episode go up on, what was it, the 9th?
Yeah.
December 9th, 2021. Here we are
That episode was recorded in like...
Yeah, that was recorded probably 9 months ago.
Between 7 and 9 months ago.
And yeah, clearly there's a little bit difference with me. I do not have braces anymore. So
I'm bald.
Yeah, he's bald. I have no braces. Everything has happened.
Wait. Before I say anything, I'm not bald because I'm like old. I just cut my hair, all right? Before you guys try to say some stupid shit.
But many different vibes now. A lot of things are different.
It's around Christmas time now.
I don't think I
Christmas
addressed it. I did get a new job. I don't know if...
Yeah, that was it happened. Last episode was like right before that happened. So
big fiber technician, AT&T.
I also got a new job
Mafia here. So
I indeed got a new job too.
Been crazy.
The full-time life is hitting me just as finishing school. So that's also new. I finished school this week. No more class.
Both of our lives are drastically different from the last recording.
Yeah, this is true. I agree.
It's all in the span of like
couple months.
Not even a full year. Just everything's like completely different.
Yeah,
not doing school anymore. I'm working full time.
Yeah, but see, like that's the thing. Like you might not be going to school, but you're working. You got a full time job. You're doing. No, so that's good.
It's definitely a good thing. It's just different. It's like I was in school my whole life up until less than a year ago.
Yeah.
So being done with it, and you're in the same situation of being done with school, even though it's different because you went through college.
Yeah, I'm finishing up. So
we're both like at the end of schooling.
Yeah,
which
pretty much
is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, we're on the tail end of things for school, for me especially, because I got this week is finals, and then whenever the graduation ceremony is that they haven't told us about yet. So yeah, shout out to Columbia with your horrible information for the graduates, you know. But
and they're gonna say, "Oh, it's because of COVID. We haven't planned it." That's what everyone says.
Yeah, but we've been at school the whole time. What are you talking about?
The COVID is biggest business excuse of the past.
Hey, you gotta milk it till it's gone, you know.
Yeah.
But
if it's gone at this point,
turn this down a little bit because I can hear that even through my headphones. What's it called? Yeah, with everything with COVID, you know, finally, I wouldn't say going away, but slowing down compared to last year. I think it's definitely looking like things could go back to normal sooner than later.
Yeah, I feel like it hasn't affected me as much this year as it did last year.
No, yeah, for sure. Because last year, like, you know, obviously everything was closed, so everyone was at home. Around this time last year, we would have been sitting in our rooms, probably playing. What would be the game at that time?
Last year at this
time, what was the hottest game we were playing?
I was probably playing Black Ops 3 modded zombies.
Yep. I was probably playing
snowboard
game, Skater XL.
Yeah.
Maybe some COD here and there.
And now we're playing fucking Halo.
Halo.
In 2021. Let's go.
Halo is cracking.
Halo's back.
If you have not played Halo campaign or multiplayer, find a way to.
Yes.
If you're, especially with this holiday season, I want to talk about this now. Scalpers. I know it sucks trying to get stuff, so definitely try to find a way to play that. Whether you got to go to a friend's house, whether you have a PC, Xbox, whatever the hell you can play it on, go play it. It's worth it.
Whatever you
have access
enjoy
to.
using PC console, I'd say right now PC is the way to go because scalpers don't affect it as much. Obviously for graphics cards, but that's like top end graphics cards that most of you guys watching like us probably can't afford. So
yeah, I mean, at retail price $400 or $500, sure, maybe.
Yeah, but
for $3,000, no, definitely not.
A 3060 is running probably around 1,000, 1,500 now.
Yeah, something like that. If that's the low end. So if you find one, good for you. But try to definitely try to play that game.
Because I was looking into upgrading my graphics card. I know it's early, but it's like I'm making a lot more now than when I bought my PC. Everything's changed. Like my budget was so much lower for everything.
Yeah.
Than it is now. So retail price, I would snag it instantly. I get.
Yeah. What's it called? I was gonna say, going back to talking about fucking enjoying games like that, like Halo has been, what was the last installment released in 2015, so a 5-year difference. Like I was a sophomore, sophomore going into junior year, because I'd have been 2015.
Get this, I was in 8th grade.
Yeah, I would have been. Yeah, I'd have been a
high
junior.
school
I'd have been a junior that year. So 2015. That's because I graduated in 16. So yeah, 2015. I'd have been a junior. Depending on what month it released in. But no, that's a lot of time. Like thinking about how young I was there and then to now is a very big change. So I think some definitely memories that I've had, from back then, playing whatever Call of Duty was out, because I was on PlayStation, so I wasn't playing Halo as much as I probably could have been. I played at my cousin's, and that's about it. It's definitely cool to see everybody back hyped about it. Obviously, Splitgate was out for a little bit, and everyone was hyped about that because it was the closest thing to it. Which is another game if you want to try. Go ahead if you can't get Halo. It's easier to run as well on other PCs. But yeah, then going right into our first topic, since we're talking about old memories and shit like that. Type of nostalgia things I had a list of them. Things we missed about our childhoods. I was like, literally just games, being able to just go home.
Yeah, games.
You'd go home and almost, I wouldn't say every, but almost, the majority of the games you would pop into the system were solid. You had Black Ops 2.
Everything
2,
was so fun. Every game, and that's why I was talking about Halo and playing it now and shit, because it feels like how playing games used to feel.
Yeah. Same with
Fortnite.
Specifically right now, Fortnite, because even though Fortnite is still in its, I would say, in the gaming universe, it's still a game in its youth. It's only a couple years old. I would say it really started popping off in what?
2018
2017,
is when
18?
Battle Royale came out.
Yeah.
Or 17 was it?
Yeah, I think it was late 17. Late 17 and started to really blow up in 18. It's still a fairly young game. We're only 4 years past when it first, or 3 years past when it really started to take over.
Yeah, and the beauty of Fortnite, the whole engine that it's on is relatively new.
Yeah, and
it's that thing that they released that at perfect timing.
Oh yeah, I've said this a couple of times, but today for today's world of games, Fortnite has the same, if not a larger pull than Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 2 and those games like that. That is the equivalent to those games because of the simple fact of how much it has changed all the games following it.
They switched to, I'm just reading this right now, Fortnite in Chapter 3, which is obviously the new season.
Yeah, the new one.
They switched to Unreal 5.
Oh, nice, yeah. So I mean, they were on...
that, I don't know, it doesn't feel too much different. The main difference is the guns, the gunplay.
They are extremely hard hitting.
Yeah, they're... That red dot Mark 7, dude.
That thing is nuts.
That's the best gun I've used in Fortnite.
I would say that's exactly what, talking about this, Fortnite right now is very, very, very well placed in how it is. How it's put together, it's, like I said, it feels like one of those games you'd get on, in elementary school, middle school, where you're like, damn, where's my friends? I'm going to call them up and,
dude, I find myself recently, way more often texting the group chat, hey,
who's playing Fort? Let's run some W's.
Who's on something right now?
Where we dropping, boys? Where we dropping?
For so long, we just never were doing that. It was just well, if someone's on, we'll find something to play. But now
there was a season in Fortnite where I literally only played the custom created lobbies, the creative or whatever.
Yeah, really.
I didn't go because I got my W for the season.
Last season was, I still played quite a bit.
Oh yeah, we definitely did.
But
now I'm that's one of the only games I play.
Yeah, now it's for me right now it's Fortnite or Halo.
I would say one thing that I feel I've heard people say it a lot, and this is just not talking about Fortnite or anything specifically, but the whole nostalgia thing. Are there games out there that are things, just not even just game related, but things that are from your childhood and stuff like that were not as good as you thought, but it just seems like it's better because of nostalgia?
Walking everywhere.
Yeah.
That's it's so much more convenient to drive. You could do so much more stuff.
Yeah, it is true.
But the feeling of the conversations you've had with your friends.
That's the thing. It's not the walking is the best way to travel, because it's definitely not.
No.
There's way better ways to get. You can even take a bike. That's better than walking. Which is also another one that was really fun. A little bit tiring depending on the distance. Yeah. Definitely worth it though for the the memories of doing shit on bikes and all that.
Yeah, we would do. I think more often with my friend group, we would do bike rides like specifically for the purpose of riding bikes like through the woods and shit.
Yeah.
When we're actually going places, we walked everywhere.
Yeah.
Just because riding bikes is fun and everything, but like it's way more easier to just talk while you're walking.
Yeah.
When you're biking, you're all different.
I think
spread out and shit.
when it was it was easier to talk when you're on a bike when it was like
residential.
When it wasn't out in the busy
once
street.
Once you get to like the busy street, you're all like in a line on the sidewalk or some shit. It's like
now I mean, even now something I've noticed now is that they don't have. When we were little, they didn't have the rule where you had to be on the street when you're on a bike.
Mm-hmm.
You had to be you were on the sidewalk.
It was the sidewalk.
It's just what it was.
And I see like it's so weird how much it's changed because no one rides on the sidewalk anymore.
No.
And like when I go on a bike ride to go to the woods, I'm always riding on the sidewalk, and I'm like,
yeah. What am I doing?
I'm the odd one out here.
Dude, there's some even like thinking about it now, like I don't know if you've seen it. It's literally like right by that new light by what street is that?
Forest and
the new light they put in by your street.
Yeah, Forest and Lee.
Whatever, Lee. Yeah. There's a Buffalo Wild Wings going up there.
Oh yeah, one of the to-go places. Yeah. It's like B-dubs. I didn't even know that existed.
Dude, I was like, me and my girl were passing it because I was taking her home one day, and I see it, and I'm like, wait, there's B-dubs here?
It's not a sit-down place though. It's strictly
that's perfect.
Out.
That's perfect though, because like when we're on like watching a fight or something, I just want to go grab it and go.
I
don't have to drive to Randhurst Mall anymore.
I was so disappointed. So I've been a big Wingstop guy for a long time now.
Yeah.
We went last time, dude. They changed their fucking chicken.
Which chicken? The boneless?
The boneless wings, dude. They're like this fucking big now. They used to be like
they used to be.
They used to be like you hold it like this with your 3 fingers. And it's like this. Now it's like a little tiny piece.
Yeah.
And it's like 90% breading.
Yeah.
Last time I got it, I was so disappointed.
I've had some more recently I've been getting lucky with that. I haven't really been having the small ones, but I'll get like an occasional one where it's like a small one.
Well, yeah, you get the occasional one, but we asked about it, and the person who was working there said they changed where they're getting their chicken from.
Oh, that's fucked.
So I was like,
that sucks.
I was hoping it was just gonna be like a one-time thing, like
like it was like they were shortage or whatever.
Distributor, and I'm like,
that's fucked.
Oh.
Dude,
so maybe I might have to try the B-dubs place.
Dude, and it's gonna be closer too.
Yeah,
it's gonna be right there.
Yeah.
What's it called? Another thing, like talking about how the B-dubs thing is popping up. Places that have like disappeared that you miss. Like, you ever notice like obviously you notice it, but like over time, seeing like restaurants and stuff go away that you used to go to all the time that you miss.
Oh, dude, I got one that if you know it, you're gonna like.
Go ahead.
Agree with me so hard right now.
Let it rip.
Little Caesars used to have the like Chuck E. Cheese style place. I don't know if you ever went there when you were a kid.
Oh, low key, I do know what you're talking about.
One, I forget where it was because you're a kid. You don't know where the hell you're going. You're like, your parents are driving you. You're there, whatever. You don't know where you are. You're just like, but
you're just there.
Yeah, it's like I have no idea what town it was in, but they had this one in our area. The one that whatever one was closest.
I feel like that's a place like. Like as a pun, it should have been called like Caesar's Palace or some shit, you know. I'm gonna be honest.
That's almost fucking died. Did you hear that? I fucking laughed and I like.
I'm on fire.
Nah.
Need some non-copyright juice
think,
after that one.
What's it called? There's one place. It was in Woodfield. I don't know if you know it or if you ever got to go to it, but it was basically. This is while Rainforest was there, mind you. So I feel like this is one of the reasons that it didn't last as long as Rainforest did, because Rainforest was more. Anybody likes animals, like kids love animals. Not every kid's into
animatronic animal.
Like you can, So, this one place that we used to be there was called Mars 2112, right? Same exact concept as Rainforest Cafe, but space. So like,
no, I don't,
so like
I don't
it was.
That one.
You would so you know where the McDonald's is, right? In the Woodfield, it's like in that little center area.
Yeah.
Right next to that, where like is the corner, like how there's that one like place. It's like a Lego. Well, it was a Lego place and had all the Legos in like the little window. Like it's like a bunch of like it's on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
That like column right there used to be one restaurant, and it took up all 3 floors. So what happened was you'd walk in on the bottom. There was an elevator, right? And in the elevator, you walk in. There's a waiting line outside, obviously. You walk in, and this elevator would be like a fake spaceship. So you'd be inside, and you would see like, like it would look like the interior of a spaceship. And then there was a little like a window, but it was a TV screen, and it looks like you're blasting off. So you start on Earth, and you see all the smoke going out at the bottom, and it goes up to the 3rd floor, right? You walk out, and it's like a rainforest cafe type of deal, but it's space. You're on like Mars. The servants are like mascot Martian dudes and shit. Dude, it was the coolest shit you would ever experience.
Imagine being the motherfucker who works there, having to walk around with the aliens.
Yeah, but I mean, it was literally like there's like stalagmites and all that shit off the ceiling and all this cool shit, and it was like space themed. Like it was literally the exact same thing as Rainforest Cafe, just space themed. So you had all these different types of space references and shit like that, even little Star Wars references and stuff like that. It was really cool. I feel like it could have it ended up ironically moving to New York. And that's where it ended up dying.
New York.
That's where it ended up dying at, right? Which was pretty cool. That they tried to keep it alive, but it ended up not going. I guess it didn't work over there either. But it was cool. And then now, sadly, Rainforest Cafe is slowly going out of business, and I think the only one left is in Gurney Mills right now.
Well, yeah, Rainforest Cafe is like a good nostalgia thing, but now you look at it, it's super gimmicky. It's so pricey.
No, it is pricey, but
that's why I think I only ever actually went in there and sat down once.
I used to go there every year for my birthday, literally.
Yeah,
every
but that's
year.
different. It's
yeah,
your birthday.
I mean, yeah, that's understandable. But it's they did have some solid dishes on some of them. I'll be honest. Some of the food they had was pretty solid, but I said, I agree with what you're saying. It was a little pricey, obviously, because of what they have to pay for. They have to. Yeah. I mean, originally they had. I don't know if you in the Woodfield Mall one. They had the 2 huge ass fish tanks that they had in there that literally connected across the ceiling and shit. It's not a cheap thing to do for one. Then they had all the animatronics they got to maintain. So it's very it's sad that it got replaced by something so shitty, being Peppa Pig, which I don't know how the fuck that managed to do that. I guess Peppa Pig's got a massive pull now. Yeah, I mean, it's something that I really enjoyed as a kid that kind of sucked to see go, but it's whatever. If there was if there's one thing that you could have brought that you could easily if you had the ability to there's no risk of financial loss or you don't have any attachment to it, whatever, that you could bring back, what would it be? The first thing that comes to mind.
If I could bring back one thing, probably I don't know if you could count this, but early GTA 5.
Yeah, I mean the time frame. You mean you want to relive that time frame?
That time frame, just in terms
of
I remember going out and hanging out with friends.
Are you talking about GTA on the Xbox and PS3, or you mean new system
Xbox
One?
360?
Okay, yeah. That was that was when there was
we would all hang out and then go play GTA. After school we play GTA, then randomly, we'd all right, let's go get
hang
some food
out or whatever,
ride bikes somewhere.
Ride bikes somewhere.
Play more GTA.
You end up riding bikes somewhere.
Was we'd come to school the next day.
Dude, that was fun as fuck.
I remember this one day specifically. I had my one buddy. We crash landed a private jet in a giant 5-star cop chase, and then got away on foot. And we thought it was the
most badass shit ever,
coolest thing ever. We came to school the next day, or told all of our friends who we play with about
Dude, I remember watching. I think me personally, I think I was more hyped. Not saying the new systems aren't cool and all, but the level of hype I remember having for the newest, the PS4 and Xbox One. At that time, I thought I was about to purchase a spaceship. That's how I felt. I was holy shit, dude, these are crazy.
And now it's damn, that's really
it's nice, but
expensive.
I'm not paying scalper price. Sorry.
It's and now
COVID. I think COVID kind of fucked it though. That's I think that is what ruined the hype for it.
Wasn't there a problem too with the chips they were using, or part of
well, they were delayed because
of auto industry or something?
It was because
the same computer chips that are used in
yeah, it's because the computer chips and stuff like that are used in game systems, it's regular, hard, something that would go on a PC or whatever. They use those same ones on cars and medical. And equipment.
Obviously
that's
two
more that's
industries are gonna
that's priority. So obviously cars and medical are more important than fucking PlayStations and Xboxes, especially during COVID. So I understand why. Obviously the delays weren't what ruined the hype for me. It's more or less that the scalpers ruined the hype for me because attaining one was fuck. I can't even. There was no midnight release that. I feel that's the big thing is There's no midnight releases anymore for shit. It's always like the next day or whatever. That was so hype. That's one thing that I would want to bring back is going to midnight releases. I feel like that was such a fun thing. I felt like such a badass.
The last game we did that for was
the last game I did it for was
I think Modern Warfare. The new one was a midnight release.
Yeah, they had one.
They had one.
I think the last game that I remember getting at a midnight release, like I remember like actually going and getting it was I think COD Ghost. That's the last one that I remember going to. Because I remember it came out before the PlayStation 4 came out.
Dude, that game was so underappreciated.
Yeah, the only problem with it was damage. That was it. Yeah. Everything else was really good. They were the one Call of Duty game that had like the dynamic changing map bullshit.
Yeah.
And I fucking thought that was cool as shit. The one map was called Free Fall. It was the skyscraper where the middle was like and you that shit was that game was awesome.
I like that game.
That game that's the game that really made me fall in love with the
problem was when we first played it, we were spoiled with the previous games.
Yeah, with like Black Ops 2,
MW3, Black Ops 2. I think those were the two directly before it.
Yeah. It was the first game that was, testing the waters of next gen.
And then what was before Black Ops 2? What was the one that was it? Black Ops 1 directly before that?
Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2. Then it was Black Ops 2. Then
Modern Warfare 2 came out before Black Ops 1, didn't it?
No, because it was alternating. Oh. It was Black Ops, Modern Warfare, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's how it was.
I'm looking up the release order right now.
Yeah.
So it was.
I was gonna say, do you feel like we've?
It was Modern Warfare 2,
then Black Ops 2?
Black Ops, MW3. Black Ops 2 came out after MW3.
Did it? Oh yeah, it did. That's true.
I totally had that.
Yeah,
swapped
I have it
in
flipped.
my head.
I had it flipped. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say because I knew MW2 was older than Black Ops 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because Black Ops 1 was the first one.
I will say this: as much as I like playing COD here and there, it will never and it's not even just a nostalgia thing. It's literally just like overall experience of playing Call of Duty in that time frame was miles better than it is now. Like you could do literally you could play any game mode and have a great time with your friends.
Yeah.
I don't know like what is changing about it or whatever, but I feel like that was the pinnacle of Call of Duty of where at least where we're gonna see it. And then I was gonna say I had one last point on my thing where it was like, do you feel like you're at a point in your life where you can say you've kind of had a good old days sort of thing yet? I feel like I have some like small period of time where I can say that, but I wouldn't say like fully like my parents could, but like I definitely I have a period of time.
It's just things are so rapidly changing.
Yeah.
That the good old days could be fucking a year ago now.
Yeah, facts.
Like
I'm not gonna lie, COVID, the gaming moments in that time were really fun though. I'll be honest. Like it sucked being inside all day and not being able to go anywhere. But that time frame was that time frame in COVID of playing games like just getting on and playing whatever Warzone or whatever the fuck it was fun.
Yeah.
It just always knowing that you could just
staying up till like 5 a.m.
knowing you didn't have to do
sleeping
shit.
till like fucking like 2 p.m.
Then doing the same shit. Eating maybe like at like 4 in the morning.
Dude, you know how many cups of fucking ramen noodles I had during like early rock?
A very unhealthy amount probably.
Like every single night.
I had it. That is when the Wendy's addiction kicked in.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. We got Wendy's like
holy shit.
We got Wendy's like
that was dangerous business right there. That was at least once a night or something like that.
Oh, when they made the biggie bag, that's when it was.
Dude, the only thing that pissed me off is they changed the biggie bag or not the biggie bag, the 4 for $4 when the biggie bag came out.
They changed the biggie bag now too.
Really?
Well, I think they added an option to it.
Oh, okay.
I think you can get like a double stack with it,
whatever?
but they only give you like 4 chicken nuggets.
Oh, that's instead? That's kind of whack.
But
yeah. I feel like when the biggie bag came out, though, they changed the fucking the 4 for $4 because I remember you used to get the regular size cup with it. Now you get the little midget, you get a baby cup that you get with it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's kind of whack. And then I mean, either way, it's still good though. 1 second, let me actually before this goes. What did you want? You had some stuff about we had the fight recently.
Poirier Oliveira.
Yeah.
Poirier got fucking
choked out,
rear naked choked.
Standing up, mind you.
Standing, yeah.
Standing.
That was interesting.
It was the fight. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was one sided. It was a pretty fair fight, throughout the whole thing.
Poirier outstruck
Yeah.
Oliveira, but that second round, the ground control time for Oliveira, he got like 3 minutes of ground time.
Yeah, that's almost a full round.
That's a lot of points.
That was a full round of ground time.
The only way that Poirier was gonna beat him after that was not knocking him out. Which Oliveira, every time Poirier would get one nice combo, Oliveira would be a little shaky. He'd regroup and he'd get in close and start grappling.
At the beginning of the fight, it almost looked like Poirier was gonna knock him out, like at the very early rounds, because he hit him with a couple of solid shots and he stumbled.
In the beginning of the third round, it looked like he was gonna knock him out because
stumbled him a couple times.
Yeah, Oliveira kind of was like wobbling a little bit, but then he kept getting in too close and the grapple game was. He was putting Poirier against the cage.
That's what Oliveira is known for. Is like he's a very good wrestling fighter.
And it's not like Poirier necessarily did anything wrong.
It's
the
just
only glaring thing to me was the second round when he was, they were wrestling.
Yeah,
he was trying to hold that
defensive,
with the legs, and he had his legs locked, and he was just holding that, just trying to get to the end of the round.
Yeah,
I think.
That lost him a lot of points.
So much energy for him.
It used a lot of energy, and it wasted a lot of points.
I think if he just tried to get out of it, like I heard John Anik say in the commentary that he's worried about Oliveira advancing position and submitting him.
Yeah.
Problem is, if you stay in the same position, you're using more energy than him because he's on top of you,
literally just waiting for you to move.
Yeah, and so at that point. Kind of just have to make a move, and because maybe you might get up and now you're back on your feet where you're outperforming him on your feet.
Yeah,
you're not gonna wrestle
not only that, but like he wasn't like you're laying on your back, in a defensive position, so all their weight is on you, and you have to worry about what they're gonna do. And two, you're not trying to get out of that position. Like he was just crossing him with elbows across his head, just like you can't like I'm not no professional fighter or whatever. But if somebody's throwing elbows at me, I'm trying to get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah,
like
he was in an awful position there, and
for a very long time.
He was trying to hold that position just so he doesn't, end up being submitted.
Yeah,
but I think that cost him a lot of energy
that he probably could have used to get out of the submission that ended up finishing him.
Yeah.
I mean, overall it was a good fight. I thought it was fairly balanced for the most part until that last round when he choked him out, obviously, but. I would say, I think that personally, and I am sure you'll agree, is that the best fight was the one right before it.
Yeah, Juliana Pena.
Yeah, and
Amanda Nunes.
Amanda Nunes, yes, correct.
That was the fight of the night in my book.
Sean O'Malley had a good fight too.
Yeah,
Let's not put that one under the rug.
Yeah, but his
was quick. It was just a quick ass fight.
Everyone thought, Raulian Paiva is going to be his first real test, his first ranked fighter that he's fighting. And Sean O'Malley made him look like like every other unranked fighter that he's fought. Paiva had nothing against.
It was absolute slugfest.
Was O'Malley did he even get cracked once? Like
no,
I don't remember.
He hit him once, and that was it.
No, I don't remember him really getting cracked.
It wasn't like a stumble. It was a good hit. Like he hit him, but it wasn't like one where he's like, oh shit.
That's the thing about O'Malley. Like obviously he's an amazing fighter. He's probably my favorite fighter right now.
Yeah,
but he needs to get cracked once, just to not lose, but he needs to get wobbled once.
There are some fighters who can kick your ass.
Otherwise, because if he's gonna breeze through, obviously, like it sounds good, he's gonna breeze through, it's gonna be easy. But then when he finally hits that pinnacle of real,
now there's some badass motherfuckers out here,
and he gets wobbled in the middle of a fight, and he's never done it before.
He's gonna be fucked.
He's gonna be
in a very, very bad situation.
He's not gonna know how to handle it. So obviously I like the route he's going with. Slowly building up, challenging yourself a little bit more every time. I think in the next couple of fights, he's gonna get cracked. There's no way.
I think
he's not gonna breeze up to the top of the division.
I think if he doesn't have a fight against somebody that is like a main card fighter by the time he hits main card, or not main card, but main event, I should say.
Yeah.
And he gets stumbled, it's going to be a very, very interesting experience for him. And not only that, but I would say it would be on the level of when what's her name, Holly Holm kicked Ronda Rousey in her fucking head.
Yeah.
Because I think same thing. Before that, she never really got, stumbled like that.
Mm-hmm.
And to finally get hit and you're like, to the point where you're like damn near knocked out, but you're still standing up, and never experienced that. It's not the best thing to do for the first time when you're in your biggest fight.
Yeah, I mean it's like what happened to Nunez in the last fight. It's like Pena played it like Pena played it perfectly. She wasn't headhunting.
No.
But went for the body, cracked her, obviously went for a knockout a couple times.
She was hitting her with some punches that
she
would have knocked any other fighter.
There was no wild misses that were like everything she was doing was
calculated.
Yeah, she knew in her head what she was doing.
Yeah.
And then, she saw she was wobbly, but then Nunez, who was also playing it very well, was just eating punches, first of all. And second,
that was crazy.
When she did get rocked hard, she kind of went defensive a little bit, which Pena then went to the ground game.
That's the most punches I've seen any fighter take in a while.
Did she win the second or third round?
I think it was third. I believe it was the third, if I'm not mistaken.
Because I remember she took down Nunez a couple times,
Yeah.
which is more points and takes a lot of energy from Nunez on top of being wobbled already.
Yeah.
And then the last round where she ended up winning was the same thing.
Striking. When I was watching that, I was like, it didn't even look like she fully locked in whatever she was going for, but
I think
was kind of
Nunez was it was an all-around striking, wrestling. She was popped a couple times.
Yeah, I think she just kind of got lost where she was. She was like, "Fuck it, I can't do it." Because after all the shots she took, I had no problem with understanding if you're lost and where you're at, because she was taking some hits.
She was that was the most challenged mentally in a fight she's been.
Oh yeah,
Pena really played the strategic side of fighting in that fight.
Yeah, 100%.
She was obviously she had performed very well, but it wasn't phenomenal, crazy, the best striker that Nunez has ever fought.
No,
not the best wrestler she's ever fought, but she was all around using every aspect of mixed martial arts.
Yeah, she was using everything to quite literally, just put.
She was
Nunez
chipping
in a spot
away at
where
Nunez the entire time. There was not a second where Nunez had time to step back.
It looks like from one, especially when we were watching, Nunez looked like she didn't even fight anybody, and Pena looked like she went through hell and back to win this fight. So that's not to say that Nunez didn't take any damage, because obviously she tapped or whatever. But I genuinely think that waking up the next day, Pena's gonna feel a little bit worse than.
That's why I was saying I think Pena won and mentally won that fight.
Yeah, mentally.
There was a point midway through where it seemed like Nunez, her whole attitude changed.
Yeah,
she came out in the second round looking like she was gonna kill Pena.
Yeah,
we said it. We made a comment about it.
Damn, she looks pissed.
She looks like she's gonna come out here and
murder
destroy
somebody
Pena right now. And Pena stuck to her plan. Did what she was doing the whole fight. Came out, strike efficiently, brought it to the ground,
choked
finished it out.
Finished, yeah.
It's
that was easily the most exciting one.
Yeah.
It was one of those fights where it's even though we knew who out of the two probably should have won, watching the actual fight, on paper we knew who probably should have won, but while watching the actual fight, you actually did not know who was going to win this fight. Because one of them looked like the damn Terminator and was taking headshots on headshots. The other one looked like they went through war and back 4 times through and still going. So
yeah, there was a point where Nunez looked like. Do you remember when Sean O'Malley, his previous fight before last night, Chris Mutino, dude with the green hair?
Yeah.
There was a point where she kind of looked like that, just was walking forward and advancing, then got cracked a couple times.
Just kept going forward.
Unlike Mutino, eventually backed off and was like, okay, I can't keep eating these punches. She ate a lot, but there was a point where she was like, if I keep doing this, I'm going to get knocked out.
Yeah.
And that's where Nunez played it well.
Yeah.
Because I think
Nunez was reading that.
When we said she was pissed off, I think she was trying to use her pure determination and just strength at eating punches to try and mentally get to Pena.
Yeah.
Trying to make her feel like my strikes are hitting, but they're not doing anything. And Pena knew what Nunez was trying to do.
That's what I'm saying. I think Pena at a certain point started reading that and was like, okay, you're not gonna knock me the fuck out.
Yeah.
I am gonna stay back and keep my distance where I need to, and when I need to strike, I'm gonna strike. So, I think obviously the strategy worked. I don't think it worked. It did work. And props to both of them for one. A lot of respect between fighters that night. There wasn't really any fights where they were like shit talking each other or anything like that at the end. But there was one fight. It was the one you guys missed when you went to Taco Bell. That one of the fighters who was a weight class was it? He was up a weight class before, and he was the championship. He was in the championship fight for that one. And he ended up winning, so he was the champion for that. He ended up sliding down a division to fight this guy, and absolutely got his shit handed to him, because he was like, and the like they always do the the hype up videos or whatever of them talking about what they're gonna do in the fight and shit like that. He's like, oh, I'm moving down a weight class. I'm going to fuck him up. I have so much more speed now. And then comes out and this dude from the Netherlands absolutely washed him. I was like, oh, my God. Absolutely f***ed him. I was like, it was bad. I mean, I respect it for trying to go to a new weight class and fighting somebody,
but he dropped a weight class.
That's
which usually typically is easier on the fighter who dropped.
Yeah.
Because they're used to bigger
more weight, but you have to understand though, even if it, which is true, it's very true that going down is easier than going up, but the guy you're fighting has been fighting in that weight class his entire career.
Yeah,
you have to understand, like, you are in his element now. As much as you might think you have more speed now, which you probably do because you don't have as much weight, you haven't been fighting guys as fast as that. This guy, his entire career has been fighting people who are speedy as so. I mean, it was a good fight. I mean, I respect him for trying, to go down and wait and fight the guy, out of, just, wanting to try to dominate another division. But definitely not a way to talk shit going into it and, saying the stuff he did. And, obviously found out the hard way that it's not as easy as you thought it would be.
Get this. Dana White, you know how he usually gives, like, 1 or 2 fighters bonuses? Yeah.
He gave all of them.
He gave 8 fighters $50,000 bonus for that fight. He gave
Pena,
Bruno Silva, the middleweight. I think that's the one. That might have been that was a preliminary.
Okay.
He gave him a bonus for a first round knockout.
That's probably the guy who
tied to Ivasa, the Mr.
Yes,
Shuey. He got a bonus.
Mr. Tuivasa, let's get him on the pod.
Second round. Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Hey, let's get a TikTok clip going viral. Ty Tuivasa, if you want to chat, let us know.
Cara France,
fucking awesome.
Cara France got one for knocking out, or was it a knockout? I think this was on the.
Either way, I get what you're going for.
It was the Cody Garbrandt one.
That's the
one
guy.
you were
That's the guy who
about.
got
Cody
fucked
Garbrandt.
up. Yeah, that's the guy who got fucked up.
So the Cara France got a bonus.
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley got a bonus.
Nice.
Pena.
Yep.
Oliveira.
Yep.
And
so all the winners, basically.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's
cool. The fight of the night was a fight on the preliminary.
Who?
Dominic Cruz and Pedro Munoz.
Is Dominic? Oh, wait. No, okay. Because I was going to say, the guy who fought, speaking of fights, Gervonta Davis, he fought some guy named with the last name Cruz. And apparently, I missed this fight. I don't know if you saw it, but apparently this dude that they found in, the middle of nowhere damn near beat him. And it went to the decision. And a lot of people thought it should have gone to Cruz.
Who did he fight?
It was Gervonta Davis for some random dude with the last name Cruz. I don't know his first name because I don't really know him like that. He's apparently this is his first big fight, and he almost f***ed him. They said it went all the way to decision, and a lot of people thought it should have gone to Cruz.
I can't believe that's the thing with Chris Mutino too versus Sean O'Malley. They got him 2 weeks before the fight.
Dude, there was the guy that fought Gervonta Davis 20 days before.
Oh my God.
20 days before, and you got to fight Gervonta Davis. Shit. So he's like, yeah, everybody was telling me I'm never gonna beat him. I'm gonna lose. So he was like, I just want to go out there and show that I'm I can be on this stage. And he's like, I don't get these opportunities often, so I was taking it, which is smart.
Speaking of early notice for a fight, Tyron Woodley versus Jake Paul 2.
Yes, sir. He got the tattoo.
Tommy Fumbles has backed out of the fight.
Oh yeah.
And due to a rib injury, which I don't know
is real.
You've seen the clip.
Why does it look like he faked it?
No, he was doing a very questionable drill with his brother Tyson Fury. He was doing a drill where how it's supposed to go is you land your back, and the person throws a medicine ball right on your core.
Yeah.
It's to engage your core so you could take hits.
Yeah.
He had Tommy laying on his side more, kind of like halfway on his side, halfway on his back.
Yeah.
Medicine ball was going like to his ribs.
Ow.
And he got a rib injury and a chest infection after taking hits here constantly with a medicine ball. I think that might be related to that injury. And if it wasn't what caused it, that definitely aggravated it.
I would say, yeah, I was going to say, if you're throwing depending on how heavy this medicine ball is, which the average medicine ball is at least 5 pounds. If you're chucking a ball at your rib cage for, a solid amount of time, mind you, your brother is Tyson Fury, who's whipping this thing at you. You might do a little bit of damage down there. I'd say. I
think it might play on there. So
is it?
Actually,
we could throw it on the screen. Yeah, there we go.
So this is just like you could see. This is just commentary video, but
okay.
Look at what they're doing. And that's obviously it's Tyson Fury throwing it. There's no audio, but he's like grunting when he's throwing it. He's like throwing. So he's throwing it pretty hard.
Let's hear.
You could see on there like.
Yeah, he's launching that thing at him. So I mean,
like,
I'm in the way. Let me move out there. Okay. You guys can see that up there. I'll put a little clip of it on the screen anyway too, so you guys can see. But whoa, what the fuck? The video just got mad dark. Let's go back to the Christmas thing real quick. Throw this back on there. Yeah, but you guys can see what we're talking about. Fucking, if somebody's chucking a medicine ball at your rib cage for a long ass time, it's gonna do some damage.
And you're doing that. You're doing that how close to the fight? Like,
yeah, mind you. Now, we don't know how long they were doing that for. We
Yeah.
only saw that little clip. So they've been doing that for an hour, for all we know. But it definitely could have caused it. I'm gonna say that might be the reason. I don't know for sure because I'm not them. So, but I
major huge respect to Tyron Woodley for accepting this.
He got the tattoo also.
I'm not sure if this was proven true, but it was rumored that he was still in camp.
Who?
Tyron Woodley.
He was still training?
He was in camp, yeah.
Oh, shit.
So it is short notice, but I think he has been training.
If he's been training, then that's good.
And I don't think he would take a fight he's not ready for.
Yeah, no,
and
I don't think so.
I just want to take a second here to address the people saying the no knockout clause and all that shit. That doesn't exist. It's not real. It's the Ohio State Boxing Commission would not be allowed to host an event
if there's no knockouts.
Well, if they marketed it to have knockouts and then there was none, that there's people are putting money on it. It's betting.
Yeah.
So if there's something that's not disclosed,
that's illegal.
A rule that's not disclosed,
it's illegal. Yeah.
Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley would fucking be in jail. Yeah. Like the parameters, the risk that they put themselves in to have something like that. Yeah. Is not worth it.
That's not.
Because everyone was saying Tyron had Jake against the ropes. He could have knocked him out right there. I think what Tyron was trying to do was just play it safe. Yeah. And we were even saying when we were watching, I think he played a little too safe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And because he was afraid of getting cracked. Because as much as people don't want to admit it, Jake Paul has some power. Mm-hmm. He has some power behind his punch.
I think the funniest part was when he knocked him through the ropes. That's funny as fuck.
That's what those rumors stemmed from, though. Yeah. Because they thought, oh, he fell against the ropes. He fucking could have knocked him out right there. It's not really that.
I think that was.
It's not. I think that was a moment like that.
I think it was a moment of pun intended. I think. I think. I'm giving that. I'm on fire. I think part of the whole thing with knocking him against the ropes and shit. I think I'm almost gonna say that a moment of.
Oh, it's playing this again.
Shit. I think almost a moment of humanity kicked in for Tyron Woodley, where he was like, I could knock this kid out, but like I don't want to. Like he's not like I don't want to kill him, Like
I don't know if that's what it was because
I feel like that could have been a thing too, Like he's not currently fighting like professionally still.
I think he was just tired.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's one of the two things. I mean, there's plenty of things that could have gone.
He was kind of Tyron was like, I don't know. He had like fighters get their second wind. They'll be tired for a while, and then it's almost like he had like micro bursts, like over and over and over again, because he'd look tired,
and then all of a sudden he's just boom,
and then like
boom,
you'd
you're like,
be tired.
what the fuck?
And it kept happening. And
Speaking of boxing and the world of boxing, esports boxing club. I want that game now. I want that game now.
Everyone who's a boxing and gaming fan, spam the social media.
Please, because
club.
that game, from what they've shown in their little, Twitter posts and Steam updates, it looks finished. I don't care if we get an early access version. I will be happy with that. If I can at least get an early access copy of this and still be able to play it and send feedback. There's a little feedback tab or whatever. I don't care. I don't care if there's a glitch where if I fucking punch somebody, they don't take damage one time here and there. Cool. That happens all the time in many games. For example, Fortnite, Bloom. I don't care. I still play the game. Who gives a shit? The game Fortnite's been in early access for who knows how many fucking years, and we still play it. Or I don't even know if it is anymore. Maybe it's just Save the World.
I don't think it is anymore.
Maybe it's just Save the World that they call it early access because that's what it was.
But still,
for a long time.
the point still.
You get the idea. Give us esports boxing club. A lot of us want a fighting game. The only one we have is UFC right now, which is a good game. UFC 4. Alright,
EA Sports is having a very bad couple of years.
Yeah, their best. I mean, no, I can't even say that about FIFA anymore because they fucked Volta. But for the most part, FIFA and Madden are the only two that they really give a fuck about. Every other game they can kind of say fuck you about, I guess, in their eyes. I would say if this is true, I feel like it might be slightly because they're pushing so hard to get the college games back because that's their main thing right now.
Yeah,
but regardless, you are a company that is pushing out $60, well, now actually $70 for the new systems if you have one. So at least give us a good game. We're paying $70 for a pop for this shit.
They know they're running a monopoly on sports games.
Right now.
That's the problem because.
But the good thing is, actually, 2K is actually bringing back their football game because that was announced last year. So that gives me hope that they could bring back their hockey game. If you ever had played their hockey game, that game was fucking awesome. Yeah. The one with Alex Ovechkin on the cover.
The thing is, when 2K was a thing, I was an EA Sports guy, but 2K was so important for EA pushing themselves.
Their comp.
Their competition was 2K, and 2K was still doing good.
Their hockey game was lit. I'm not gonna lie.
2K being there was making EA Sports NHL so much better.
Yeah, because as much as for most of you who probably didn't play it, that game was easily like this with NHL at the time, EA Sports NHL. They were really like, I'll be honest, I did low-key enjoy fucking 2Ks more because they had the mini games and shit where you could race the Zambonis and all that shit. That was cool as fuck. So like the fact that you could race the Zambonis and it was so stupid, but it was so fun.
I think 2K11 was the last NHL game.
Yeah, I think it was Ovechkin on the cover, right?
No, it was Ryan Kessler.
Oh yeah. He's on the Canucks, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
Good old Kessler, number 17, baby. That's one team that I used to watch a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest with you. I used to watch them a fair amount.
Dude, those Canucks, Kessler,
those guys,
Burrows,
Sedin's back then, Alex
Sedin
Burrows,
sisters.
Who else? BX.
Oh God, that whole team.
Yo, that team. They were some dogs though. You gotta be honest. They were some dogs.
Yeah, but they were a bunch of just.
They were
goons,
they were dickheads, but they were some dogs on the ice, man. They were different. I think I think we got everything we want to talk about, really though.
What are we probably gotta be at? What, like 45 minutes?
We're at 48 now. But yeah,
right
I mean, next week we got holiday episode coming out. Definitely want to try to do that. Public stuff, possible public interview stuff. It'd be a little fun cutaway for us to use. It'll include some of the public, obviously, introduce some new people to the pod, get some more people in here. Obviously, people watching. We got all the guys who have been watching. So shout out to you guys first and foremost. Shout out to everybody on TikTok who's been interacting with the videos there. TikTok has actually been really good. We've been getting a solid amount of people seeing those.
I need to log in.
Definitely
I got kicked out.
Definitely need some people to send some Q&As on there. Definitely need some comments on those posts because that's how we get some of our ideas. We use you guys to help us out. So, yeah. That's all I think I have. Do you have anything else you want to?
I think we addressed everything that I want to talk about. So.
All right, solid. We'll see you on our next episode, which will be next week, and it'll be our holiday one. So it'll be a little more festive. Obviously, we got the Christmas background for this one because it's getting there. We're about a couple weeks out from Christmas. Just about 13 days from Christmas. Pretty crazy. That's already here. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode. This is the Fighter Fam. Peace out.